Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Eads, one of the founders of the Sous Vide Supreme, and I'm really pleased to be able to introduce you to the world of sous vide cooking. Even though the sous vide cooking technique has been around for 40 years, to most of us home cooks, it's completely new. So let me take just a minute to explain how it works. For over 850,000 years, since man discovered fire, good cooking has been a matter of perfect timing, or not. As everyone knows, a moment's distraction can ruin an expensive steak. The sous vide technique, instead of relying on perfect timing, relies on precise temperature control that you don't have to worry about. You simply set the machine. Let me explain. If I asked you, how do you like your steak? You might say medium rare. Well, medium rare is an exact temperature, 134 degrees Fahrenheit to be precise. So traditionally, to prepare your steak medium rare, you would cook the meat in an oven or on a grill at a temperature of 400 to 500 degrees and try to yank it off the second the center reaches 134 degrees. But that requires precise timing. And if you're just a moment off, you've got an overdone or an underdone steak. With sous vide cooking, however, if you want your steak medium rare, you simply set the machine at 134 degrees. As long as you leave your steak in long enough to completely cook, it doesn't matter when you take it out. It will always be perfect medium rare all the way through from edge to edge. The end product is absolutely phenomenal, perfectly cooked, delicious, and it's repeatable every single time. And what's even better, sous vide cooking tenderizes, so you can turn tough, inexpensive but tasty cuts of meat into filet-like tenderness. Also, unlike any other cooking technique, with sous vide cooking, once your food is ready, it stays ready, perfectly held at serving temperature for hours until you decide you want to eat it. Whether you're a busy family with different members coming and going, or a mom just hosting a dinner party for the holidays, with sous vide cooking, rest assured, dinner is ready when you decide. This means you get to enjoy more time with your loved ones and less time fretting over dinner. Let me show you an example. I have a pork tenderloin here, and as everyone who has tried to prepare it knows, pork is difficult to cook perfectly. It's a delicate meat, it's easy to overcook, it can dry out, and it has a narrow window to make it perfect. If you tried to cook this pork tenderloin the caveman way, your timing would have to be exact. Not the case with sous vide cooking, however. First, season the pork just as you would with traditional cooking. Place it into a vacuum pouch, seal, and then drop it in the water oven, set at 140 degrees. Once it's cooked, sear in a skillet on both sides to give it a slight crust. And when I cut it, you'll see the perfect doneness inside. There are no overcooked or undercooked parts. It's perfectly even all the way through. You can see the unbelievably moist and tender texture. It's incredibly flavorful too, as all the seasonings are locked into the meat because it's essentially cooked in its own juices. And unlike meat cooked any other way, there's no shrinkage. It's virtually impossible to overcook food using the sous vide technique because once your food reaches the desired temperature, it's held there, ready for when you want to eat it. So this newfound temperature control gives you the flexibility to adjust your cooking to your schedule instead of adjusting your schedule to your cooking. But the sous vide cooking technique isn't just for meats. You can cook just about anything sous vide. You can cook eggs, seafood, vegetables, fruits, custards, ice creams, yogurt. In fact, you can even bake a cake. Let me show you one more example of sous vide cooking. I'm a doctor, so I'm really concerned about nutrition. And along with a lot of the taste, all of the antioxidants and other nutrients are in the colorful compounds in fruits and vegetables, the very compounds destroyed by traditional cooking methods. For example, if you cook beets the conventional way, you pour most of the nutrition down the drain. If you cook beets or any other vegetable sous vide, you retain every molecule of color and nutrition. And because nothing is lost down the drain, the taste is even more intense. Beets taste beetier, carrots taste carrotier. Sous vide cooking will retain every ounce of taste and nutrition in everything you cook for your family. Look how easy it is to get started. Press the red button on the Sous Vide Supreme for 3 seconds. This turns the machine on. Then you select whatever temperature you want to cook at. In this case, let's select 125 degrees, my preferred temperature for salmon. Drop the pouch in the water and close the lid. It's that simple. Now let the Sous Vide Supreme do the work for you. When you're ready, simply remove the food from the pouch and serve. Unlike most appliances, the Sous Vide Supreme won't heat up your kitchen or produce unwanted steam. Plus, there's no odor, so it's perfect for cooking fish indoors. So, if you or your family enjoy delicious, nutritious food and you don't have the money or the time to eat out every night, then consider adding the sous vide cooking technique to your own kitchen repertoire. I promise you, once you give it a try, you'll find yourself using it for almost everything you cook.